Hello, our YouTube family. Johan Fonseca with Empire V inviting you to come look, listen, and live with us. Today, we're in West U. This is a beautiful home that we partnered up with Covington Custom Builders. It was pre-wired, set up, trimmed out, and programmed by the best. Let's go inside so I can give you a tour. All right, so before we make it in the house, I want to show you the DS2 Control 4 station. This has been installed from the pre-construction stages. We wired it and set it up for the client. If I ring this doorbell, I'm not going to ring it yet because I don't want the client to come out. But if I ring this doorbell, it's going to chime the speakers in the house and ring their phone. All right, let's call them. All right, so we made it into the office. This one, as an entrepreneur and as a CEO, this is a beautiful office. I am pretty sure that a lot of great deals have been signed on this desk. The home automation side of things, we did pre-wire 2 in-ceiling speakers. Once again, these are the 4-inch Allura Blue Label speakers to make sure that they match the cans in the room. We're also going to have an access point. This is where we need strong Wi-Fi. This is where business deals are made. This is where a lot of things happen. So we want to make sure that we have a reliable network. Another thing that I want to point out as I get really, really close to y'all is this big old 65-inch Samsung. This is a standalone system. It has a Roku and the smart apps built behind it. So we have a standard remote in here to give the client easy access. Now it is integratable into the system and he can use the remote or the app on his phone to use it, but it's a standalone system. Beautiful room, beautiful design. Everything in here was thought out by the builder. Covington did an amazing job with this home and I'm excited to bring you throughout the whole thing. Let's make our way to the living room so I can show you the rest of the house. All right, let's keep walking this beautiful home. One, you're gonna notice this beautiful, beautiful dining room. We do have another pair of the 4-inch in-ceiling speakers. This is another zone of audio. As we keep working our way this way, one of the things that I'm gonna point out before we walk into this beautiful living room is this box right here. One, we are pre-wired for a future touchscreen. This is a CAT cable where we'll eventually add a touchscreen. The engravings are on the way, but one of the things that we wanted to do was make sure that we didn't have a big block of switches in this wall. So what we did is we installed Control 4 smart lighting. We have a keypad, a 5-button keypad here with multiple buttons that is made to control the lighting that is actually inside of this pantry. So each one of these switches actually controls the individual load out here. And I'm gonna take you into the pantry. That wall that I showed you was gonna be filled with a bunch of switches and we wanted to make it look neat. As you can see, it's a beautiful home that was designed and they wanted to make sure that we didn't have a lot of acne on the wall. So we relocated all of the switches in there and then put a 5-button keypad to control them. Another thing that I want you to notice is this right here. It's another zone of audio. We got a pair of Blue Label 4-inch in-ceiling speakers in here. And then this room was pre-wired, but the speakers have not been installed yet. Now let me turn you around and show you this beauty. What do we have up here? Sure enough, we have a 75-inch frame TV. It is on and it has the Roku being displayed, but when this television gets turned off, it becomes a masterpiece. You can select the picture that you put up there. They do have their own pictures that you can purchase and they have art packages, but you can also upload your own to make sure that it fits your lifestyle and the decorations of the room. As we look in the ceiling, this was something that took a lot of planning. We wanted to make sure that everything was neat. We do have wood panels in the ceiling. Since we pre-wired this home, we were able to bring in the pre-construction plates. That way the wood, the carpenters could cut out the wood out. That way it was easy for us to install the speakers. We do have a 5.1 surround sound out here that's being powered by some of the receivers that I showed you in the rack. 4-inch Allura Blue Label speakers, and I also want to show you this right here. As I turned y'all around, we wanted to make sure that a big subwoofer wasn't in the middle of the room. So we actually pre-wired and installed an in-wall subwoofer by Allura Audio in this room. It's loud, it's powerful, and as you can see, it's out of the way. All right, so we made it upstairs. Lighting control, as mentioned, this is a fully smart house. Let me give you just a sneak peek of what's in this room. This is a 7.1.2 home theater, and we did a full video on it, the details of the projector, the screen. You can go back and check that one out. But this right here is a beauty. This beautiful smart home requires a lot of equipment, and this is where we hit it all. This is a dedicated rack closet for this house. Like always, you're gonna notice that our network always goes on top, because this is the backbone of any home automation project. I say it in all of our videos, if your network is not reliable, you're gonna struggle trying to do any type of smart home features. We always use a rackmas to make sure that we have oversee enable equipment so we can access and service the system remotely. We have our PoE equipment, our main core switch. From here is where the video distribution for the house is laid out. We have our control 4 core 3. This is a large size project because this is a big house. We have, let me confirm, 8 zones of audio and 3 surround sounds in this house. So this piece of equipment right here, it's what's backing up the entire house. We do have our watt box for power management. And as we work our way down here, this is our video matrix that is sending multiple sources to multiple displays. This is our episode smart amplifier that's sending your home audio and distributing and mixing the sources in the system. And then we have our 2 surround sounds, one for the home theater and the other one for the living room. All right, so we've made it into this beautiful master bedroom. One of the things that you'll notice, there is no television in this room. This client is not a big TV person. We have dedicated video rooms like the home theater, the living room, and his office. However, we do have 4-inch. One of the things that I want to point out is these are 4-inch Allura Blue Label speakers. This is a house that we pre-wired, so we were able to bring in the pre-construction plates at the construction state. These were the things that were designed and discussed from day one, was the size of the speakers, what type of speakers we were going to put in here. So I am going to point out that there is different sizes of speakers in this household. You notice that in the home theater, we had a lot of in-wall and in-ceiling speakers. Throughout the house, for the home audio, we did 4-inch Allura Audio Blue Label in-ceilings to match the cans in the room. Let me take you into this beautiful master bath. There's 2 things that I want to point out. There's an in-ceiling speaker here, and there's another one in there. That one is an aquatic in-ceiling speaker. This is a standard 6-inch speaker. We wanted to make sure that it could take the heat, the moisture, and everything. So this was thought out. Once again, this was a project. You'll notice that the tile had to be cut out to fit the speaker. That's why the advantage was coming in at the construction stage is that all of those little details can be addressed before they become headaches. Let me take you to the rest of the house. All right. We do have, and you notice that these aren't 4-inch. These are actually 8-inch in-ceiling speakers. This is a big entertaining area. We wanted to make sure that we're able to crank it up and fill up the whole backyard. So we do have a pair of in-ceiling speakers up here. And as you can see, cameras. The full perimeter of this household is wired and set up with IP cameras. This is a home that we pre-wired about 1.5 years ago. If I haven't said, a big shout out to Covington Custom Builders. We appreciate the partnership. We're excited for this one and many more. Let me show you the gym before we step out of here. So we've actually turned this guest room into a gym. Things to notice in this room, we do have a pair of in-ceiling speakers to make sure that while you're working out in here, you get the audio experience that you're seeking. Since this home was pre-wired by us, we do have cat cables in all of the devices that need to be hardwired into the system. We do have wiring for an additional TV if we ever need to wire a television in here. And then we do have some smart lighting. One of the things that I want to notice is throughout the house, there is these 5-button keypads. We have not made the final decisions on engraving and programming, but eventually we will be back to engrave all of these to make the Control 4 experience even better for the homeowner. All right, our YouTube family, that is a wrap for this one. First, I want to thank our amazing client for allowing us to bring YouTube into their household to show all the amazing things that we did. 2, I want to thank Covington Custom Builders for their great partnership. We pre-wired this house, we trimmed it out, we installed it and programmed it. And 3, I want to thank you for tuning in today. Like always, I appreciate you. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Have yourself an awesome day.